broke it.
Competitive long drive of 434 yards, ball speed of 219 miles an hour, club head speed of 152 miles an hour with a 46-inch driver. So I'm Drew Cooper. I'm at MNML Golf for the day. I'm down from Napa, California. I typically coach up in San Francisco. We've got dual force plates set up, a launch monitor, a GC quad, and some high-speed cameras. We are here with Ube, who's looking for a little speed and maybe a little more consistency with the driver.
I'm with Drew to have a lesson with a world-long driver and hopefully hit it a bit farther.
So the way the force plates work, at least these force plates, is that the force production is going to be measured relative to your body weight, so that we can compare you to me, to Justin James, to Josh Koch, to whoever. Now, it will also give us raw outputs, so like 500 newtons. Most people don't understand that, so saying 120% of your body weight is easier and, like I said, more replicable across different people. Okay. So that's how that works. That's why it's calibrated.
Let me get a different club so I don't sky one into
just get moving
into there. It's good that it calibrates. You mean I'm not 6'3", 220?
Right. But now if you do 120% of your body mass compared to mine, we have some like semblance of comparison. Again, not perfect, because if I do that, I'm pushing more force in the ground. But like I said, allows us to compare, allows us to talk. I think more importantly, when we look at force plates, like a lot of people make a big deal out of how much is happening, how much vertical force, how much horizontal force. It's definitely more important, the timings of these things, how you do it, and then like how it relates to the golf swing. So like the way I look at the swing in general is face on is like your power stuff. You're going to learn a little bit about low point, but in general, like the way you move off the ball, into the ball, and how you turn has a lot more bearing on how hard, how much speed you have, and then low point compared to the down the line view. So if we look at your swing from face on, we're usually looking at the power source. So I'm looking at when you shift off, which is, if we look at the force production, you've got left foot, right foot in the blue and red, and then the sum total. So max them together and you get the green. So you're pushing off your left foot. So you got 60% of your pressure on your left side, pushing you to the right. And then you go slamming 76% into your right foot before the club even really gets going, and your head doesn't move that much. So it's a good use of the ground, and you're not swaying all over the place, but you're loading up into that trail side. Now, the thing we were saying about face on stuff, the only thing I can pick up from this is the guess that because I see more and more right arm as we approach the top of backswing, and that downward forward motion of the head, is the guess is, now once we'll get down the line, is that we're getting narrow and steep through transition. Now the cool thing with you is, because, I mean, what are you swinging a driver at? You can't be slow.
No, 120.
Yeah, so the less important thing, but for the idea of power, we've got this idea that your center of mass, maybe not the best depiction of it, is there. Your line of force is here, and the distance between the center and that line is your wrench or your moment arm. Okay. So this gets talked about a lot. It's usually talked about, the longer the wrench, the easier it is to unscrew a bolt. The way I describe it, or the way I think about it, is the longer this object, if I do work at the middle, so if I do work at the legs, the pelvis, and I start to turn this wheel, the outside of this wrench moves faster. So the way I see this is that the work is being done by the strong muscles at the inside of the body, the thighs, the glutes, the abdominals, and then everything else outside of that starts to speed up. So that's why I think I've said a lot, like, you can't turn the hips too fast. If you get going and you land your pressure and you start to turn, as fast as this turns, it's just going to turn the other stuff faster. So it's not a concern of mine unless you're spinning this before you land. So if we get rid of some of that. So we're getting ourselves into, it's obviously a good golf swing. Like, there's not much to pick apart. If anything, it's just that little move at the top.
Yeah.
I always tell people this is their DNA. So like, this is who you are. You're always going to fight it. It's one of those things that even when you hit the ball poorly, like let's say you hit the ball right all day and then you have a day where you hit it left, it's probably not that this changed. It's probably your reaction to it. So it's this will probably always be a thing. Like you could go stay closed and go into a little right bend sooner, rather than crashing that left shoulder forward. I feel like I'm always like a broken record because I tell people it's like, if we're going to change something, you pause first, then you go no pauses, slow. You add speed, you add range of motion, because every time you add speed or range of motion, you add force. And when you add force, you add comfort. So it's like if I asked you to, I don't know, pick up a 100-pound ball, you're not going to do it like perfect. You're going to do it the best way you feel you can. And the faster you try and swing a golf club, the more you're going to seep back to comfort. So this is why, like, if you have a painful shoulder, and I was like, oh, I just want you to throw into external rotation, and you're like, never gonna do it. Could you do it statically? Maybe. But the faster it goes, the more force across it, the less likely you are to do it. Okay, so the easiest way to do this to start is, to me, it's always a back lead arm parallel is where you stop. To me, that's like the top of your backswing. So once you go there, you're gonna feel like, if anything for you, your left arm's more out and this pointy part of the elbow is more down. So to you, it's going to feel like you kind of go out here.
This? Yeah. So.
Yeah, and then from there, you just turn your shoulders, whoop, and it goes back, and then you hit that. It's going to sound like Dana, right? You're going to go right bend, swing out to the right, right? Land the hips down and forward. I miss it. And then we'll see how we do.
Like that?
That's what I would expect. So big hook, so big swing direction right.
That's just path, right? That's not club? Like the hook? Is that just hands?
It could be path or face. So like if your face was square and the path was way right, okay. Most people who have your pattern will have a leftward swing direction. You're a good player. So you might be going left and then save it with the handle raise and the tilt. And you might get a pretty neutral delivery.
Driver, 100%.
Right. So that's the pattern. Yeah.
Is the pattern.
And so typically most lower end golfers will just go smashing down left and hit a little weak slice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's the same general pattern. So like what we'd like to see is less of your right arm as we approach the top of the swing. So like we want to see that thing less. So not bad, but still a lot of right arm. But better there, right? So like better there.
Would you classify that as a cast in a certain sense?
Not a cast, but it's the same effect. The raising the handle is a similar effect. I'd say it's a better player's cast.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because you can still keep loft off,
yeah, but
you're trying to change the delivery.
And it's just too much extra kind of dynamic to like figure out when you're playing.
Yeah, and when you do it, you're changing face angle and you're changing like the twist rate gets higher. And then yeah, your path and stuff is more subject to change more violently. This is why for a long time, like it got that super, super shallow thing was like in vogue. Yeah, because like that, it gets really hard to overtake some of that stuff.
It's a lot of body to get it there, right?
Yeah, and it's like, you don't need to do that, but that's why it was, Sasho did that thing where the passive torque squares the club, and it's like, oh, this beautiful, you don't have to do anything. And we all got caught up with that.
But then it also goes back to what you're saying with like the medicine ball thing, right? If you can't physically do that,
yeah,
like you luck. Just, yeah,
right.
That smaller sample, like the feeling of this and across the structure up here is better. It's just from this point, the way that it starts down is.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And so like in that swing, you probably slid a little too far. Yeah. So like when I said you want to go left and right bend, you probably started to go right bend and just started to slide the hips too far. Yeah. Kind of block hooked it. So like the feeling for you might not be as much right bend, but more closed for longer.
Okay.
So there's always options. Like this is a shallowing piece. This is a shallowing piece because I've got more room for the hands. The more I go open, the more the hands go out. And the more I kind of tip. Some people try and tip the shaft. Have you ever seen that? Get the club head outside the hands.
Yeah.
Those are two things that steepen it.
So then maybe just feel maybe a bit more passive
Yeah, this is like,
from that point.
yeah, it's going to feel like there's a little bit of, like I always say, it's like grabbing a water balloon. So like if I was standing here and you went to the top of your backswing and I tossed you a water balloon and you were to catch it, it feels like I'm going to catch it as I like soften up. That's how I feel through transition. Because if I get up there and I yank with it, like then it comes out in steep. Where if I let this thing settle, the weight of the club and like the finishing of the turn lets the arms stay back. So that I can make sense of it.
All right, so that's the first time at water balloon. I've heard the water balloon. All right, so we're putting puzzle pieces together. So Dana's got us to the point where we're like this. Now we're gonna add the water balloon. All right, come on, let's see. We'll see. All right, we go.
That was nice.
Oh snap!
That was nice.
We might be able to still be a single digit next year.
But it's nice. It should feel like you're not trying as hard. There's a little moment of like a relaxation. It's like some people feel that and they're like, I'm swinging slower. And so it's a unique thing to be like, well, no, you're just not having to effort it the whole time.
I mean, it's one of those things that it's the term that's like, it depends on who you are and how you kind of digest it. It's like, oh, slower. Slower means this. Well, slower, yes, but also no, not in the way that we want it to be.
Right. And it might be slower, easier. So your horizontals change. If that's the latest swing, if I just brought up like the first one, you had like a little bit more of a wave. So this is a bit more indicative that you held the ground, you held pressure for longer instead of kind of like letting it go. So I'm hoping that means a better turn. You do a great job getting off the ball. Like that push off the ball, meaning like this dip before the club really moves, is great. Like it looks super simple, makes your backswing a little bit more flowy.
Somewhat coachable. Still pretty stuff, but somewhat coachable.
Yeah, so still probably drifting just a bit too much, but it's the right idea.
Maybe hold the balloon for a little bit longer?
Yeah, it's like, so this is like, I have another stupid analogy. It's like, have you ever watched the Looney Tunes where they're about to sprint?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's how it feels. Or there's the swingman. I'm going to blank out on his name.
The swingman that did this with the leg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like the feeling is like everything's going away from the target, but you're basically pushing and leaning to the target. So there's so much energy going this way and so much push to the target that you're holding to the right. So it's like you're trying to go left.
Trying to go left. I can't go left. I can't go left. I can't go left. I can't go left.
Yeah.
And now I can go left.
And so it's going to feel like maybe the belt buckle's kind of getting closer to the right thigh, even though I'm pushing the right shoulder around. Yeah. And so instead of it being like I'm back and then I'm just forward,
yeah,
there's a little bit more hold and pressure to the right where things stay to the right for longer.
With that pressure, is there a cognizant feel of anything happening down here?
The only thing that feels like to me is like this foot, if there was no ground, it would just go peeling out to the, again, external. But it's just a simple push and it just feels like, so hold on. So when you do that again, if you go back, you're going to feel like this gets held.
Oh, back here.
Yeah. Like it's going back into the right and holding there so that when you drop, you've got a little bit more room to go before you're way out in front of the ball.
Oh, so it holds back here, not there.
Yeah.
Okay. Information process now in the body.
There. Then when you drop, you're not going to be lunging out in front of the golf ball. So does that make sense? If you go here and then you go here, you're too far forward.
So that's
the little bit of holding pressure. Or like if you're a pitcher,
yeah,
everything's winding up as it feels like I'm going that way.
Zero control all through. All right, okay.
There you go.
That feels.
And just nice soft right arm for you.
Oh. I felt it though. Like if I wanted to hold it, but then
you pump faked me.
I do. It's a bulk.
Yeah.
It's a balk.
You got me.
Okay.
All right.
All right, ready?
Ready again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I felt it. I felt like I was stuck, but I don't think I was stuck.
That actually looked pretty good. So again, I always see like this is lifting the pink. And we're gonna see, hopefully, like if I bring these guys back out, I would like to see more lean of the green line while you see that red is like really going.
Yeah. Wait, so is the red?
Yeah, so that red is the trail leg force shoving to the target and your body's still behind it. So it's like revving you up towards the target. And then when you make this move, you've got hopefully a little more room to stop before you're too far in front of the ball. Yeah, that looks better. Looks like you've got room to like move into it and stop yourself before you're like way up here going like, how do I not smother it?
Is that what you talk about too when you say, because I know, watched a number of your videos too about braking?
Yeah.
Right?
100%. Yeah. Yeah. And so again, there's two problems with like the people I see is either A, they never go left. Yeah. So there is no brake because they just hang back and yeah, they flip. The other person though is either so far forward, so early that their shin's in a place where they can't brake. So again, like if I was out here and like, so I used to do this in strength and conditioning with sprinters, is like when you change direction, there's a shin angle. And so if I wanted to go that way and I stopped and I push on the shin angle, I can go that way. But if I'm running and my shin goes like this and I push, I don't go that way. So the same thing with a golfer. If I land and this knee is too far forward, I've got no brake. Can't do anything. So I'm just going to cast through it and feel mushy.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's part of the confusion sometimes, and like I'll confuse it myself. Is like braking doesn't actually mean stopping. It's you need to return the energy back into like another direction.
Yes, yeah. Braking, just means like it's like you're taking horizontal motion and turning it into vertical or rotation and vertical. You good, driver?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, and then same thing, especially with a driver. Like you're gonna load to the right, and you're gonna feel like you probably hang there. And then when you make your move, you're going to land with the body closed off.
All right. Can I take a couple practice swings first?
Yeah. Get comfortable. Yeah.
I'm not trying to cold turkey that one. I don't know where it's going to go. All right. So, nope, that's not it. So I think when I'm feeling this, it's basically this is all the same, but I need to feel like that.
Yeah. Just hold there, and then it's butt to the target. Boom. Yep.
Yeah, it's like, I feel it right here, not on the outside edge, but kind of the middle of the heel.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I think I'm good.
Yeah. And so for you, you're just going to feel like that right arm, like this is just a you thing forever, is going to feel like it's back over here.
Forever.
It's just like, it's never going to go up, and it's never going to, elbow's always going to point down. Not a bad first one.
Yeah, it is different.
It's on the planet.
It's on the planet. It's right rough.
Like if we took a peek at this, like, again, you're off the ball stuff. And even like, okay, so like the horizontal break, this pink line elevated for a long time is really good. Like that's a very good quality that you have. And it's probably like a major reason why you do have speed, right? Like most people don't do this. Pressure on the right side, pushing to the target for as long as you push it to the target is really good. Arguably, we got maybe a little too far off the ball.
What do you mean too far off?
Meaning the head started over by that yellow line.
Okay. Is that a setup thing or?
No, that's a feel thing.
Okay.
So I didn't adjust it, so it's a little unfair. So if we go and just give us a little quick. Yeah, so like a little bit of horizontal movement from a consistency standpoint, probably adding to a bit of challenge. Long drive, love it, right? But Probably a little bit. You do a good job there. Elbow. And you got a good break. If anything, your verticals are fractionally late, but it's not a big deal. They actually time well with the breaks. So like if you, I don't know if you've seen that on your own swing. You probably have.
I do a decent job of saving it, and it's back to the motion that you said. It's under and up.
Yeah.
So like if I'm under up and it's matched, we're good.
Yeah.
If it's under up and matched wrong, I'm missing both ways.
Like I don't know if you've ever seen that feel, like the difference between when you get up to the top, if this thing goes that way,
yeah,
versus like,
I think
again, it's not even rotation. It's called horizontal abduction.
Okay.
So it's like a pitcher.
Yeah.
It's not that we need more of this. It's just letting it load backwards.
Essentially, just don't do anything and just let it, right? Because
you're like, if perfect world, as you start to open, that's just going to happen. The problem is some people start to feel like I'm going to hit the ball and I'm going to square the face. And so this across the line feels like a square club. Find that with a lot of people though. The more across they are, the more it feels like they're going to hit a draw or square the face, because it feels like they've got everything into impact position. So like one of the things I do with guys who do this
thing. Yeah, it was like when you do the pictures where you're like trying to do the thing.
And then
yeah.
But so if you did impact, like the funny thing is if you took that back, your elbows pointed downward.
Right.
It's not pointed backwards. Yeah. And that's what happens at the top. Yeah. Yeah, again, it's like if you were a pitcher and you didn't like throw the arm back and you just like stood right here. Like even Randy Johnson's not going to throw anything fast if he's just like you've got to wind things up and let him build. What happens if you give me one where you like go to lead arm parallel, stop,
lead arm parallel, stop,
and then give me like almost like a chip shot from there. So like you're going to wind up from lead arm parallel. So you're going to go there, stop, wind the shoulders and chip it.
Just chip it?
Yeah, like 200 yards maybe. So like something, but. So get wound up to the right, stop. And this is to your point. So like, and so this is like the little chippy one though. So like if you go lead arm parallel, right? Like pretty darn good. So this is recording, right? Like that's good. And then you go back. And so it kind of starts to move its way forward towards your head, right? So like if that's the deepest that it gets, not the best line, but we're working with a phone, it kind of moves away from that, but it's not much, right? It's not very across the line. The trail arm didn't go into like internal, and it's all shallow and deep and all the things. So it's in there.
It's in there.
It's in there. Like that's always to me important, is like you can do it.
You can do it.
And then that's pretty damn smooth, right? It's like way more room to deliver like a way more stable club rather than having it so narrow that you're kind of going.
Yeah. Plus in the spike, I stay in my spine. Right?
Everything.
Through it.
Yeah. Because when you get so narrow, you've got to like figure out a way to get the club down instead of keeping your spine angle and delivering a downward, leftward angle of attack.
That's a good drill then. Right?
Yeah, and so what I do with people typically is I'll take that drill, keep pausing, keep feeling that, and you're basically gonna try and add speed to the hit. So it's like you're gonna go, okay, I'm relaxed, I'm paused, I'm gonna do my wind, and I'm gonna smash this thing. But I'm always gonna give myself an opportunity to feel what it feels like to wind up with this thing just miles behind me. And then we go, okay, move the pause away, take some speed away. Then we add speed back. And the thing is always like, if you run into a point where things fall apart, so on video, things get super narrow again, you back to a place where you're successful. Then you go up again, find failure, come back, go up, come back. That's how I do these drills. It's like you want to touch failure, you want to touch struggle, then you want to come back and learn, go back. So like my biggest thing is you can't do a pause drill your whole life and then think you're going to go play golf really well. At some point, you've got to swing a club because that's going to come back. You just want to keep inching your way better.
Life lesson, you got to touch failure. Come back.
Have to.
Reassess. See? That's why you play golf. All right.
Yeah, you have
No,
to.
that's a good joke because I do that with the irons. Funny enough, like I'll go like regular swing, right? Then half speed, and then I'll do the like just slow.
Yeah.
I never did it with this, so.
Yeah, so I do it with driver all the time.
Just a little chippy one?
And it's like a little pause because I have a problem in my backswing where my so for me, you're much better swing than mine to the top. My thing falls apart here, so I go in and on top, and then I crank it up. So my thing is always like, okay, throw it out and stop, then let it wind back and hit it. So for me, it's always trying to figure out how to get this thing away from me rather than doing what I want to do, which is suck it inside and then lift it up later.
That's why in your videos you focus on the throw. Like you're really conscious about the throw.
Always. Because if you leave me alone for a month, I'm going to go right back to doing that. Always. Yeah.
I only do the chippy one. I want the chippy one.
Yeah. So good pause, and then you're just feeling like that right arm is.
And I'm at the pause point. I'm loaded. I'm like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. So again, like that pause is the top of your backswing.
Okay.
From that point on, you're winding to the top as you fall into the front side.
Okay. That wasn't a chippy one because I'm stubborn. But it felt.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Like you got, again, I would do that. And then if you're at the range and you film that and you're like, oh, it got a little more.
Back off a little bit.
A little bit. But if you can fly at 300 doing that, do it. And then when you get to the course and you hit it normal, it should be easier because you're not going from like, oh, I barely hit the ball to now all of a sudden I'm going to juice one because you felt what the forces feel like in a new position. That's the goal. My big curiosity is with this drill. So super good wind up. So like a perfect sort of like peak horizontal to the target with a peak unweighting. Perfect. Then we're going to smash the breaks and the verticals at the same time. So it actually looks really good. Your hips didn't get out in front of you. You landed closed. It's a really good move.
All right, let's do it again.
Yeah, so I just want you to sell out. So if you go back to that lead arm parallel, so if you go here, right? So hands in front of the sternum for the drill. This is going to fold and go, like it's going to feel like that thing just gets way behind you.
From here.
Yeah, and so you're feeling like this club head is like way behind your heel. It's silly feeling.
That's what I need to go.
Behind you. Yeah. Like you want to live in that feel like that thing's just behind you forever. Yeah, good. There. Like you'll see this. That's the best in terms of positions.
It was so behind.
But watch this. This is hilarious. So we're teaching to swing left-handed, basically. So, okay, if we're going to argue slightly inside, so we want those hands kind of closer to your right pec, maybe shirt buttons. That's a little, maybe a lot. But then when you pump this thing.
Oh, you recording that?
Yeah.
I've never seen that position.
Yeah.
Well, like in a non-static way.
Right. And then it's back.
And then
that's
Chunk City?
Yeah, because you don't know what to do with it.
I don't know where the club was.
Yeah, you don't know where you are. So from there, you could just smash the ground and turn and burn, basically.
So just continue to rotate.
Yeah. Because you've got your landing, now you can just whap. For the first time, instead of feeling like it's so narrow, this is what I was talking about, that the handle rises and you go up. Like that's your pattern to get the club down. If you're deep and like shallow, but it's really like for us, we're talking shallow via hand depth. not like shaft pitch.
Yeah.
Not so worried about that.
Well, that's probably why I hit the mat, because just instincts kicked in. You were like, oh, you
And
need
you
to
went,
dump it.
boom. Yeah, 100%.
That did feel, well, aside from that part, I think from here, I felt a lot wider.
Right.
I felt like I do when I kind of hit like a mid-iron. Like it's just like it's just hanging out.
Right. But so like I always love cliched like sayings. So embarrassment is an underexplored emotion. So go ahead and like get uncomfortable, embarrass yourself, and you'll learn something. You'll get something to feel. That's all you need. You need to feel it, because you're going up and you're like, okay, I can't do this. Once you feel this, now you go like, oh, I can get back there. I can do that. But you've got to get it. And then the trunk, the top, the whatever is fine.
Yeah.
It's part of the deal.
It's one of those things when you learn, you don't care where it goes. You just
can't.
Need
yeah.
Thing first.
If you care too much about that, you'll never change anything.
Here, so it's here, not this, but
that's how it feels to you. And in reality, it's going to be somewhere in between those.
And then turn. So just
so hold on.
Like that turn?
Do it again. So when you land, hips closed. Now you're going to push left shoulder up and open. Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. So this, chug it back there. Left shoulder.
Boom. Yep.
Yeah, there we go. I trusted it. I thought I was going to hit the wall.
It's good, though. That's pretty impressive for what's something that's got to feel like you're swinging lefty.
I had no idea where I was at. I figured my hands would save me at some point.
Look at that. Still can't see the arm. So that right arm is basically not visible, which is great. So start to see it, but it's way different. So you can't see as much of your hands because they're deeper instead of higher. I can see some of your right shoulder. You can see the hips have turned. So you still have a bit of that. So like that, again, like we always have our DNA, meaning the head, if I put a line, so this is where you're wound up to, the head's gonna kind of go, not crashing, but a little bit forward, which is not a big deal, because then you smash the ground. You got your verticals in, this is 200% of your body weight at like a chip drill. Yeah, it looks really good. You're just giving yourself some freedom. You don't have to do as much.
That looks different. I think also when we play that back and as you explain that, I think the other parts that Dan and I talked about is like when you get to like end range, or even the videos that you have, is like you need to get like end of range before you start moving. I think that was probably the closest I've been to getting to that point.
Yeah.
Because what you're saying is that it's okay, like the DNA part, that's okay, as long as everything else is, you know, kind of.
And look, like if you walk through people, like Furyk has a DNA, Scotty Scheffler has a DNA. Scotty's like way ahead of the ball, and so people are talking about sway being a good thing. Nobody's going to teach his move because it's on the extreme end, but he's really good at it because he's done it for years. But like if he got even more ahead, it would become problematic at some point. So like he can live at the end of maybe some spectrum, and you can get really good at it. So you can always have a little bit of this, but if it gets to a point where it's coming so aggressively, it gets to be too much.
Because then you just have to not reroute, but you have to compensate that much
Undo
more.
all of that, yeah. So like, yeah, like we're all gonna have our thing, and you may like not like it or something, but it's like it just can't get to a point where like the club's hitting you in the head at the top of your backswing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Nah, I think also people do get caught up in the ways like, oh, it doesn't look the way it's supposed to look. Well, honestly, it's not supposed to look anyway. You just, you know, you got to get it to a point where you can swing it.
Right.
Yeah. And it's not, you know, obscene in a certain sense.
Yeah. And for like I'm pretty good at this with myself because I don't play much. Like I just want my swing to be good enough to go play and have fun. 100%. I don't want to lose balls. I haven't played a tournament in 5 years or something. probably not going to happen. So it's like, you got to be somewhat easy on yourself. Like if you're working and kids and this, it's like, you just want to put things in a place where you can go have fun.
Yeah, he shot like 66 at Lake Merced though. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I just want to go out. I want to have fun. I don't want to lose balls.
Yeah.
And as a competitive person, I just want to play well and not suck. Yeah.
Just get a little better.
Just a little.
Yeah. But yeah, I think people get fixated on perfect, and it's just be less extreme.
Yeah. I mean, you're not practicing every day.
Nope.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right, let me do one more.
Yeah,
So
that thing's throwing.
this and then that. Shoulder down.
Yeah, yep. And when you're going to do that, you're going to feel like as you throw this back, that's when the hips go down. Boom. Yeah. That's going to be your feel to stop this, like that head crashing.
Okay. So it's this.
Wham. Yeah. So combine those things. So what I'm saying is, sorry, I'm going to do it in the camera for you.
Yeah.
But if you're going behind you, you're going to, so like this thing's going to throw behind, your hips are going to go down and forward.
Land.
So, wham. As you do those together.
Okay, so.
Wham. Yep. Then you hit it. Yep.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the shot pattern. Like I would expect push draws with that in mind. Because the funny thing is watching these, it looks like you're getting into your lead side a bit sooner. So I would expect your verticals to be just gently sooner. This.
I mean, it also feels relatively passive in the way that I was swinging before, like in the terms of how I was landing. So I think just also getting used to that.
So like that. So you still have a bit of that. Again, we know that's going to be your thing, meaning, so instead of this just being like a merry-go-round and that left shoulder turning, so instead of it just being kind of like left shoulder going this way, you're going to see it kind of go up and then down. So it kind of goes.
Probably because I'm not flexible enough to do it.
It very well could be. Yeah. That's why I was getting into that. But
I think even in like a static move, I think putting my arms in that position feels tight. So I can only imagine like putting force on it, like it's not going to feel loose.
But yeah, you're still peaking your verticals by shaft parallel about, which is pretty money.
Okay. Yeah, not used to seeing that with a driver. I think we've done the two things that came in for. It's like one, try to understand like what's the consistent, not change, but like what's the thing we can be really nitpicky about in order to be more consistent. Yeah. And then two, I think that just naturally unlocked a bit more speed by itself.
Yeah. Like what I think is the arm structure for you puts you in a box where you're like playing guessing games, and that inhibits speed. So like just getting you a little more comfortable where you can like go get it will get you faster. Like you don't do anything bad. Your pressure shifting, like your brakes, like it's all nice. I just think this gets you to a point where you've got to like slow yourself down instead of just freewheeling. So it's more a freedom thing for you.
This loaded, throw it back. At the same time, throw it back. Shoulder goes, lands.
Pow, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, so I would say like a predictable draw is what that should produce.
Thanks, Drew. Yeah. Appreciate it.
That's fun.
All right, follow Drew. You can follow me if you want. You can watch me hit, whatever. Yeah, but follow Drew. MNML Golf here in Redondo Beach. You'll probably see Drew back here. You'll see him maybe in San Diego. He kind of does this whole thing, helps improve and diagnose your swing at, I think Super Swings is where you're headed next. Be on the lookout for Drew if you need help, and even if you don't need help, send it to your friends that need help, because we all want to play better golf.